Story 2. This title is also on r/Am I the Devil, and it's reposted, and somebody titled it just gross. So that's where the title comes from. And the actual title is from r/True Unpopular Opinion. The stigma surrounding age gap dating is primarily rooted in disdain towards men for winning and getting what they want.
Okay.
Just like what we were talking about today at lunch.
Wow.
Age gap relationships. I thought it was really funny that I put the story in there, and right after we started talking about it. Yep. Okay. I understand that this is a very controversial subject in 2024, and it has become much more demonized than I remember even just a decade ago. People who stigmatize this attraction will act as if there's just some kind of awful trauma that's happening in every single age gap relationship. Let's say age gaps more than just a few years, or that a healthy heterosexual man is some kind of demon because he's sexually attracted to a fully grown adult woman. With adult physical features, a beautiful looking face and body, sweet feminine personality traits, I really don't think people are being honest with their motivations of why they criticize this. Men have...
Who wrote this? Epstein? Like, what are we...
Trump. I just like a big, beautiful lady. I don't know. I just have all the most beautiful ladies in all the land.
The biggest, beautiful lady you've ever seen.
Men have hardwired instincts built from thousands of years of evolution. Men are designed to be attracted to young, healthy, sexually mature, feminine characteristics. It makes perfect sense evolutionarily. Evolutionarily. I'm sorry.
It's like an enemy.
It makes sense.
Evolutionarily?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. With evolution in mind, it makes perfect sense. I really don't think women, male feminists, and other allies are being truthful when they see a guy in his late 30s/early 40s wanting to date or bang a 22-year-old hottie, and they proceed to call him insecure or mentally immature or predator/manipulator/pedo, etc. The real motivation behind the age gap criticism. I think there are many reasons people criticize age gaps in 2024, but the big one, deep down, apart from societal conditioning, is that it makes women angry to see yet another example of men exercising their male privilege, which I do admit does exist, and being able to date the most desired people of their available dating market for a much longer span of time than a woman can. This is similar to when people get upset at men for making more money than women. They need to try to find some immoral reason like misogyny or systemic gender oppression instead of just admitting, on average, most men tend to be better at most things that make big bucks than most women. The opposite scenario with sex is reversed is not the same thing, and women know it. When women pretend to get angry at older women dating or sleeping around with younger men, the truth is they're just trying to not look hypocritical so they can freely criticize men dating younger, and no one will be able to say that they're inconsistent with their arguments. But women aren't stupid. They know men and women are not the same, and they understand that in most cases, nobody is really being hurt if a cougar so-called preys on some horny 19-year-old guy who's probably ecstatic to be hooking up with a MILF. Even in the cases where there is real abuse and trauma, it does exist sometimes, of course, sometimes. It's not the same at all as an older man abusing a younger woman, simply because of the fact that 99% of women cannot physically overpower 99% of men. And also because teen boys are generally horny dogs and will think they're lucky stars to be able to hump anything. Admittedly, many men are also guilty of being dishonest when they criticize women. In this never-ending war, the perpetual battle of sexes, women will always despise the fact that they will never be able to compete with a healthy, moderately successful male's dating options and success in the long run. Success which will usually compound as he gets older if he makes good decisions and has his life together. Few things infuriate women more than hearing a story of a fellow woman being dumped in her mid-40s by her husband who had an affair with a hot young 20-something. All women can relate to this fear and insecurity. Their response, with the backing of modern cancel culture, increasing feminism, and politically correct movement, is to shame men into behaving in ways that will benefit their side. Very much similar to when men get angry at women for preferring taller, wealthier, generally more dominant men. saying they are all gold-digging whores, or she's for the streets, or has daddy issues, likes being mistreated, doesn't appreciate a guy, etc. I think a lot of these reactions from men exist just to protect the male ego. But in reality, women are just biologically designed to like large, healthy, strong-looking, dominant, successful males. And it has nothing to do with any insecurity or mental trauma. TLDR, heterosexual men are biologically designed to be attracted to the features of a healthy-looking, beautiful woman who can have success in birthing and caring for children. Most people who criticize this desire, which exists in men, mostly women and other related allies, are just pretending that their main motivation is to care about so-called victims, when the real reason is they're so angry that men hold the biggest W in the sex war in a zero-sum game where women directly lose and are inevitably seen as less valuable and hotter younger women as they age. Women and other allies pretending to care about age gaps where the woman is older are either being completely dishonest and just looking to push the narrative that any age gaps are wrong across the board and should be done away with, because this broad culture change would benefit women more as a whole. Either that or they're filtering the scenario too much through their woman psyche and completely unaware of how the typical male brain works. Edit. I knew this post would be unpopular, but wow, I didn't think it would be so unpopular that people would downvote it even if it satisfies the purpose of this sub to post an unpopular opinion. Isn't that how this is supposed to work? Or is this topic so taboo that we're not even to acknowledge an unpopular opinion about it, and we're supposed to discourage all conversation that might suggest that there are other viewpoints?
I want a notepad. So I can write down all the issues I have with this. I do think it's rage bait. I will say, who set the system up? Great question. Who set that system up? In particular, talking about how sexual assault of young boys isn't taken seriously. Who set that system up? Because it should be taken seriously, just as serious as sexual assault of young girls. And I will also say, I don't hear anything about the female loneliness epidemic. It's the male loneliness epidemic because women aren't dating them because they have viewpoints like this. They're underdeveloped. They're not emotionally developed. And they're completely delusional as to their addition to society, when really the only reason we needed them historically is because we couldn't have bank accounts. My grandma couldn't have a bank account outside of her husband. Now that we can do that, we actually don't need you guys, and we really don't want you guys. So consider that. Like, fuck off, my guy. Like, I will say, I don't care about an age gap relationship once it gets to a certain point.
Yeah, no worries.
See, the way I look at it is like, you don't want to deal, because like, we've been in our 20s. You don't want to deal with the shit of someone in their 20s.
Yeah.
But you want a little more mature, but still younger than you.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's why I don't understand why he's like, age gaps are so... I'm like, no, it's not about...
It's not about that.
It's predatory because people are so underdeveloped.
It's the power imbalance of it.
Yeah. If 22-year-old me was dating a mid-40s guy, I would be demolished because I have no idea what I'm doing at 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
I was demolished by a 27-year-old and I was 20. So, like, you know what? Like,
same. Like, I was demolished by somebody a year and a half older than me.
Like, come on.
No,
yeah.
This is definitely rage bait. I agree with you 100%.
Well, and then, like, yeah, you look at the motives of, like, some of the people, like, going for the younger. It's because, like, you can manipulate her easier. You can train her to do certain things. If you genuinely had a connection, I would ask why your brain hasn't developed fully. But also, that's one thing. But if it's like, oh, because I can easily control her and she's so innocent and doesn't really know what she should be asking for. It's like, have you watched Poor Things?
No.
The whole movie is basically this.
Yeah, I know what it's about, but no, I haven't watched it.
Yeah, no, it goes through... I understand why they depicted it in a certain way. I understand why people don't like that it's depicted in a certain way. But essentially, Emma Stone's character... has the brain of a child, and you watch her grow into a woman, and you watch pretty much the men around her and how they treat her when she's young and naive and susceptible and how they're all very predatory. And as she ages in the movie, she becomes more of her own person. She has more of her own autonomy. And they're like, why are you so mean to me? She's not mean to them. She just knows her worth and is like, stop crying. Why are you, like, shut the fuck up and grow up, my guy. And they're like, what happened to the sweet? It's like,
sorry, I grew a brain and feelings and developed. Like,
and she feels phenomenal about herself now. She doesn't feel as used and things like that. Mm-hmm. But the men in her life are so selfish that they don't see that as an accomplishment. They just see, I can't control her anymore.
Mm-hmm. This is very red-pilled.
It is, yeah.
And it's
like there, you wonder why there's a male loneliness epidemic. Like,
yeah, and it's like,
why would someone want you?
Women predators are very much as prevalent as male predators. Like, it being like, oh, women just pretend to turn on. No, women predators are just as gross. Yeah. They're just not as prevalent as male predators.
Because you have people like you, OP, being like, oh yeah, like a horny young boy would be so lucky. Yeah. No, that's still like, oh my God, like, fuck off.
Even if they're older than 18, like if there's a teen at the end of their age, absolutely if you are more than like 2 years older than them, you should not be touching them. Mm-hmm. That it's as simple as that. Even like 18 and 16, you're
toeing the line.
Toeing the line.
Yeah.
19, 17, toeing the line. It's, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, that's just weird, you guys. It's not.
Yeah, the younger you are, the smaller the gap.
Yeah.
As you age, the gap widens.
And I'll never understand how common it is for, like, underage male victims, like how normalized it is for, and like, and I can't even put it into words, in all sorts of media. Like when you watch a movie and you see a young man losing his virginity, it's a lot of the time to the housewife next door. And it's so normalized. And so boys are being brought up into the world thinking that that's okay and that it's fine for Mrs. McMara next door. Yeah. She's 35, but she's a MILF.
My biggest problem with Gabby Solis.
Yeah, exactly. When I watched Desperate Housewives, the whole time I was like, I don't like Gabby, and I don't know how people support Gabby. Right. Because she is a full-grown adult woman with a husband. She's 30. And she's having an affair with a 16-year-old boy. Yeah. 16. That's repulsive. That's repulsive. Yep. And it's so idolized in so much media. We watched, oh my God, what movie did we watch? It was an Adam Sandler movie. And same thing. He was like, I lost my virginity to this old lady. And that's wild to me that people are like, hell yeah, brother. That's
like, you were assaulted.
Yeah, you were actually, like, that's not, you didn't lose your virginity because you chose to. You can't consent when you're that young. You have no idea what you're consenting to. The person who is doing it to you does. And they know very well that they're taking advantage of you. And it's the same thing if you get older and you're in your mid-20s and there's a fucking 45-year-old predator looking at you like, I want you because you're hot, you're slim, you're new, you're improved, you're childbearing ready. Fuck you. Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm on like the dating apps where my age range is like 32 plus. I've seen what you guys are working with. Most of you are balding, so shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. Be nice to your wife if you ever, or let her go so she can find someone else who's not you. Because you're a piece of shit.
Yeah. She deserves better. Have you ever thought about...
Have you considered?
Have you thought about going and laying in the middle of the highway?
Drive off a cliff.
Wearing all black. It's nighttime. Go lay down. That's insane. Yeah. Unpopular opinion, and that's why you got roasted to high heavens.
Yeah. Boom, roasted.
It's just...
Correctly named. Gross. Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't understand why why are men the way that they are? And here's the thing, guys. We know that a lot of you listening are men now, which is crazy, and we love
be these
you.
guys.
Don't be these guys.
We don't hate all men, but we hate these ones for sure.
Exactly. It's not all men. It's the men who perpetuate this stigma and this stereotype of being so fucking red-pilled.
Red pill and entitled for no fucking reason. Like, look at yourself and your own attributes. Do you actually have any?
Yeah.
Or are you just entitled?
Just because you might be a little, like, physically at an advantage, which isn't even that much because women can still train to be as strong as a man. Like,
Right.
that doesn't equate or compute to me in my brain because, that again, women can be just as fucking strong
And why is
mobile.
brute force the only metric?
That's what I was about to say. Is
Yeah.
like, just because like that, there's still all of these other attributes that you have to look at. You can't just say like, oh, big man, me stronger, I better. Like, no, women are scientifically proven to be smarter than men are. We can bear children out of our literal bodies. Men cannot do that. We ovulate once a fucking month. Men don't fucking have to deal with that. We bleed out of our bodies.
Right.
That's hardcore. That's metal as fuck. And you're gonna tell me that a man's better than a woman? Suck my non-existent cock. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
With blood all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dumb motherfucker.
Anyway.
So the rage bait worked.
Us, fuck you! Just like throwing stuff at the camera.
Being like, oh yeah, all these feminists are gonna be so mad. Us, fuck you,
you stupid piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It did work.
Your tits are probably bigger than mine. Fuck you. You and your Dorito fingers. Fuck off.
You don't even smell good.
No.
I smell good. I smell like a beautiful vanilla tobacco flower.
Yeah, you Andrew Tate wannabe looking ass motherfucker with no fucking chin.
Neckbeard looking ass. Mountain Dew bottle full of pee next to your WoW computer looking ass.
Your mom doesn't even like you anymore, but she's stuck with you. She's like, ah, shit.
No, his mom loves him too much. That's why he's so comfortable with this. Because he's like, my mom will love me. That means any woman will love me.
Disgusting.
Gross.
Story 3.
If you enjoyed that little story, be sure to watch the full episode here.
And make sure you like, subscribe, and all that jazzy.
Jazzy? I see what you did there. Wait, what was that?